Let's go to Anja in Worcester. Hello, Anja.
Good morning. Good morning, Nikki and Nigel.
You are one of a club of, I think, 4.5 to 5 million people, a Tory Remainer.
Yes. Uh, yes, I am. I'm Dutch, so I was definitely a Remainer.
Why?
Well,
The
that's.
last two referendums in the Netherlands,
I
the
know,
last two,
I know.
and I've been there, Anya, for them. The last two times the Dutch people were asked a question about the EU, they voted against it.
I know. I know
Well,
what
there
you're
you
saying,
are.
but it is for me. I just thought it would be just easier for me and my children that we were remaining. But I've got different views. What I'm very concerned is my business is 25 years. We just celebrated 25 years in business here in Worcestershire. We're jewelers. And what I would like to know from you, from other business owners who trade with Europe, in the event of a no deal, based on the uncertainty around Brexit, what can you say to reassure us as small business owners?
Well, point number one, Anya, and you do
Yeah.
trade with Europe, and you've said so.
Yes. Yes, I
But,
do. Yeah.
but 95% of small businesses do no trade with Europe whatsoever, and yet have to obey the rule book from there, which is insane when you think about it. The point about WTO is that there'll be different levels of tariff on different
Yes.
goods. Anya, as I've said already in this talk this morning, I worked in a world.
Phone in.
I worked phone in. Well, it's still a program because we're being streamed. But I worked in a world
Yes.
where we traded with countries all over the world.
Yes.
And if you can do business tariff-free and quota-free, it does make life a bit easier. But you don't have to have tariff-free and quota-free. And most world business is conducted on WTO terms. Now, I've always wanted to have a genuine free trade agreement with the European Union. Okay, that's because of my business background.
Yeah.
That's because of my business background. What is important here politically is we voted to leave the European Union, and that means a
Yes.
clean break from its institutions. And we can
Okay.
do that either on WTO terms or on a Canada-style trade deal. And that's why I welcomed Boris Johnson starting to talk about this.
But when it comes to trade, it's not so much about tariffs with these countries. It's about non-tariff barriers as well,
It can
isn't
be.
it? Well, it will be. All the masses of regulation, the labyrinth of forms for people to fill in, and that will have an inevitable,
Well, it's not a
punitive knock-on effect on British businesses.
It's not a labyrinth of forms. It's just one more piece of paper which will be filled in online, probably on a mobile phone. When you talk about regulations, I repeat the point. 95% of our small businesses have to adhere to EU single market rules, despite the fact they never trade with it.